Hey, good to see you. I thought I'd just drop into the energy and see what wants to come out for the collective. I don't have any plans with this reading. I just wanted to make sure that everybody got an opportunity to receive some messages this week. I've been moving with a different kind of flow, and I've been liking it. I've just been kind of approaching life spontaneously on the fly, dropping my plans and just kind of seeing what shows up. This deck is a little difficult to shuffle. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm not often drawn to work with this particular deck. I don't know why, but it was coming in. Maybe because the back of the card shows the phases of the moon, and the moon is playing such a key role right now. We are moving through this energy. Ace of Wands to the Four of Cups. Feeling disappointed, feeling like we don't have enough power to transform something. Feeling like if I only had this, then I would be experiencing something quite different. It's because I didn't have that things turned out the way they did, and yet there's something about that's like total BS, because I see you got an Ace of Wands here. If you don't got it yet, it's going to be coming in soon. There's going to be some power put in your hands, but what are you going to do with it? Are you sure you're ready to hold it? Are you sure you're ready to take the responsibility that comes with that, being the one who's the initiator, who sets things in motion? You may be getting an opportunity to do just that. So there's something about readying yourself for this. It may not come in the form you expect. So try to drop your plans. Just try to spontaneously respond to what comes up on your path, right? Spontaneously respond. Don't be static. Don't interrupt the directive that wants to come through. Yeah, Two of Wands in reverse. The need to have everything sort of plotted, planned out, it's blocking the road. There's definitely a need to drop the planning here. Especially in relation, oh, see, it's not Two of Wands, it's Four of Wands. I thought it was only two. Somebody's alone in this, man. They're alone in this. I see that this wants to be there, right? This meeting of minds, this merger, this joining of fortunes. Where did that come from? This joining of fortunes. Interesting. Not forces. I was going to say forces. Joining of fortunes. It's like double blessing energy. But there's somebody here that's like playing a woe is me kind of act, and that's preventing them from experiencing this point of merger. Four of Wands in the reverse. Somebody feels like they don't know where they belong. Somebody feels like they don't know what home really even is. Have they ever really felt at home? Have they ever really felt at home in themselves? Have they found the place where they belong? And yet home's been with you all along. And there is somebody here who gets it. I see that. But I thought this was the Two of Wands. So it's actually the Four. So somebody feels like another person isn't in it with them, and they actually are. Ooh, that is very interesting. And maybe that's the power that gets put in one's hands. 4:22 on the clock when I brought that in. Yes, that is the power that gets put in your hands. Recognizing, wait a minute, I'm not alone. I'm not in this alone. Somebody else is equally in this with me, but I haven't been recognizing it. Once you recognize it, it changes the action you take. You realize you do have quite a bit of power in your hands. It's a powerful moment of awareness. It's a powerful moment of awakening. 4:55 on the clock. It's powerful. It sets the wheel of fortune in motion here. It also sets you off on a whole new journey. It gives you a totally different perspective about your situation, about your life, about the role you play in it, about who's there with you, about who is equally invested, that maybe you haven't recognized this. The sun. Wow. Yeah, you're getting a bird's eye view, all right, with Horus there. There's something you're seeing very clearly. The recognition brings you happiness. Look at Emperor. For real, you got what it takes, man, to pull the sword from the stone. Excalibur, energy activated. This is the stone of destiny, man. And it's coming into view. You got a bird's eye view, razor sharp focus. You know the lay of the land. You know exactly what you need to do to get here. Once you see this. And I mean, this can be you recognizing the emperor in you and stepping up to the plate, man. You don't need a hero. You need to be the hero in your own life. This is the hero's quest. It is the hero's journey. The road transforms you. And no matter what challenges you faced or how difficult it's been at different points, I mean, everything has been there to act as a master maker. You're meant to master these things. It's gaining you something that couldn't be earned any other way. Aries on the scene, Leo on the scene. A shining moment of recognition here. Maybe somebody is finally seeing you. They're seeing who you truly are. Maybe you've been waiting for somebody to be able to recognize who you truly are, and they're finally seeing it. Brings great joy. Yeah, somebody just needed to get a different perspective, that's all. Hangman energy. They had to be in a state of suspended animation to get the illumination. Before, they were too busy trying to draw things down, trying to root their manifestations in material reality, but they weren't able to do that because the orientation was off. They first needed to seek the knowledge that can only come when one feels like they don't have the power in their hands and they have to give over to something else. It plays out in spiritual arenas when we look at things like initiation, but it also plays out in relationships. At some point, there's like needing to give over to the other, right? It's a lot of vulnerability. It's a risk, and it can cause delays while people try to figure out what's getting in the way until they realize it's their own perceptions. What was the crossing energy here? Oh, this is a soulmate. Soulmate energy here. Raven's here to provide some illumination. Libra energy. So this is like old cardinal cross energy that's playing out right now, and it absolutely makes sense because with the hunter's moon, all lights on in the room, no eclipse energy around that. Super moon coming in there in October, and it is Aries. It's in the sign of Aries, right? But it's happening in Libra season. Raven represents Libra on the medicine wheel. It's like talking about relationships, talking about how we can get hung up in points of separation, not understanding that, you know, these energies are interdependent here, you know, and that's a natural thing. This is Hermetic principles. The masculine is the avenue that provides the way for the feminine force of creativity to come on through. But see, that can't really be understood until a certain perspective's been gained. Certain bird's eye view. Sometimes you have to pan out. This is also the ways that our sense of individuation, because we got 9:22 on the clock, 22, you know, bring that together. It's like two people coming together, but the two people coming together is an act of power, right? Because they hold that power in equal measure. It's not about one person having power over the other. But what's that like when you hold it in tandem, when it's like this cooperative partnership? This beautiful like linking of energies here. That's when you can draw something down. See, and you can't pull the sword from the stone with force. It takes a gentle hand. So there's something about this. And I'm picking up sort of like contradictions just in terms of societal programming. It's like the masculine is discovering the strength and vulnerability, and the feminine is discovering the strength of taking action and really embodying oneself. Maybe in an arena where that's almost viewed as a little bit of being a heretic. It's kind of how it's coming through. And this could be really old stuff that's working out as well, just through spiritual lineage here. These two are definitely meant to connect here. Okay, we have a lot of blind spots around this situation. We got a lot of heavy karmic cycles, a lot of stuff that has caused worry, that's caused anxiety, that's caused stress. But see, there's a real mastering this. There's an ability to rise above the suffering of the swords and just be in the calm center of it by not resisting the pain. And in not resisting the pain and just allowing it to flow through you, then these energies sort of are sloughed off of you, right? They just kind of like fall away. And that's when you go on that hermit's journey for wisdom. This is what's coming up with the new moon on the 21st. You're walking away from the fear. You're walking away from the anxiety, the worry. You're walking away from the suffering. And it's a beautiful thing. And you're holding your power in your hands. And that's what's guiding you forward here. And it comes in with the energy of the Fool. But it also comes in with like a little bit of a cautionary tale here when we look at the Lovers, when we look at the story of Beauty and the Beast. Remember the cautionary tale about the Little Mermaid. In order for her to have her desires, in order for her to unite with the prince, she had to make some big sacrifices to Ursula. She had to give up her voice. And there's something here that you can't do that. You can't give up your voice for this. And there might be like a little bit of this sort of like compromising kind of energy here where two people always felt like they had to give up some part of themselves in order to experience the sweetness of the bloom. But in feeling like they had to give up essential parts of themselves, what they actually were doing was embracing the thorns. And so I feel like this is the point when you're like, oh wait, I can just show up as I am. It's okay for me to be the beast, and the beauty sees the beauty in the beast, and the beast sees the beast in the beauty. And there's sort of this recognition that, wait a minute, we see eye to eye. We see each other as we truly are. And I can meet you where you're at. You don't need to come to my kingdom. We can meet halfway. I'll get in that water with you. We can swim to that distant shore together, and I see you find the way through. Even though there may be forces out there that would like to drag you down to the deep, that would like to steal your voice. You're getting to the other side of some kind of challenge here with the Ten of Cups. And, it brings us back to the start there with the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck there. What's on the top here? Your Ace of Wands. Look at that. It's an act of creativity with the Hunter's Moon. I love that. What beautiful energy. It is a wand. It makes me think differently of this Spear of Lude. You see, it's like the sharp edges are being taken away. 14:14 on the clock. There's tempering happening here. There's alchemy happening here. There's a softness coming in here. It's using the fire in a musing way, in a creative way. It's drawing down the moon through your words. Ooh, the bard is awakening here. Look at all that comes to bloom as a result of it. There's a lot of rose imagery coming through here. Whatever this act of creativity is, flow with it, okay? It's more powerful than you think. It's more powerful than you think. Any more details about this? I'm going to pull some more cards out on this energy. Any more details about this? Okay. Isn't it interesting too? I'm noticing this like orientation, right? I mean, this is upright. This Ace of Wands is upright. But you notice how this wand, it's not pointed up high like this. It's aimed down. And it's like it's drawing down the moon through what you're painting, what you're writing here. It's like a reflective point. But it's also the origin of something that's going to spiral out. Do you see? There's like ripples here. It's almost like this is a conduit for rippling something out into your life that it has a certain resonance. There's more that's drawn in through this source of inspiration than you can anticipate at this time. 9 of coins. Well, I mean, it's also going to earn you some coin too. It looks like there's something really transforming here. It's a source of abundance, but it's also a source of tremendous growth. Emotional growth, spiritual growth, growth of your connections. There's material growth here though. There is. So this is some moment of inspiration coming in. You might be working with a muse. It might not be like a romantic relationship. Somebody may be your muse. With this, we got the Queen of Cups hanging out on the bottom of the sea, just chilling out there, going into the deep end, crossing energy, Knight of Coins, okay? We have like earth, water, energy here. Again, it's like a tempering quality that's coming in here. And right after that, we've got the Ace of Coins. I like that symbol there on that coin. It looks very much like a yoni. It's almost saying like it only has potential. It only has the fertility of the moon. It only has the fertility of the mother if you actually fertilize that seed. You see what I mean? Something grows from it. There's so much that grows from it, and it's all heading north. This is aligned with your purpose. But whatever's being exposed here, I feel like it's exposing a part of you. It's very vulnerable. There's something that's coming through here. It's a creative act. And there's something about pulling that curtain back. It feels like a death, even though it's a beginning. This is where it all begins. But it's like the final curtain. It's really interesting. The stage is being set for something new here. Got Pisces energy out here. Well, we know Saturn's in Pisces, just retrograded there. So yes, there is something that is going through a transformation point here. There is work to be done. We got Gemini energy coming in here. We have Aries energy, Aquarian energy. Aries coming out pretty strongly here. Initiatory energy. It's recognizing, finally, I have the strength. I have the strength to rise up to my calling. Look at that. Horus is like, yeah, you do. You're seeing clearly now. Let's draw down the sun too. Let's get a little of that sun-moon synergy going on, all right? So something powerful is coming through here. One more round of this, and then I'm going to do a cut of the deck. I'm going to bring something else in here. So there's some very important connection coming in here. Oh, we have Libra energy coming too. Hanging out on that 6 of Cups. Coming out as Raven. 10 of Wands. Yeah, something grows out of what comes to a close. Look at that. It actually rises up out of it. It's rooted in it. This is foundational. Whatever is coming to a close is actually what's fertilizing this growth. And it's not just the growth of anything. It's the growth of a giving tree here. It's also freeing you from something that's been a tremendous burden. Queen of Coins coming in now to the Empress. Wow. Look at that. Look at all the roses. Earth sign energies on the scene. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is actually fertilizing the seed. I see you growing this. You're going to grow this, right? And then it lands you in this place of seeing the fruition. My, how your garden grows. Empress. Libra, Taurus energy there. All through releasing a burden, carrying around what was unnecessary is what was creating too much pruning. It was like carrying around too many swords, too many old griefs, too many old troubling thoughts, too many belief systems that were preventing this. But finally, there's like a giving over to it, recognizing that something does need to be seen a new way. And that's what promotes the growth. All right. I mean, I like this energy. We got Emperor to Empress here. This is beautiful. And this is a tale of two that are finally recognizing each other as such. And for some of you, well, actually, I have to say, really, it's all of you that are on this journey of actually externalizing the soulmate. In other words, finally coming into contact with that person you're meant to share power with. You're meant to grow something with here. And it's something that is of great importance. It's one of the reasons why you're here. You are meant to link up with this person. You have important work to do with each other. And whatever this connection is, whether it's coming through as somebody that you're partnering with on a creative project, or somebody that is your reflection, your true reflection, and you're meant to soften and open up your heart and really fall deeply in love with this person, and your love grows something from it. There's something you create from that as well. It serves more than just you two. It's actually, you're meant to join your forces here. There's something very powerful about the connection. It's got like a seed of creativity to it. I mean, for some of you, that could be a child that comes through. A child that comes through your union. And it could also be the brainchild, you know? Something about your energies teaming together. It's a very dynamic force. Very dynamic force. Brings a lot of happiness. There's opposition to it, but you do not need to be distracted by that. The more that you continue to focus on this state of union happening within you, it will be externalized. Whoever this mirror is that is showing up on your path, that you see true reflections of each other, this is going to come to pass. I see it. It's all lining up. I feel like there's been a lot of opposition to this, and it's been delayed, but even the delays served a purpose here. It was part of the story. It might have felt like the ugly bits of the story, but when you look back at it in hindsight, you'll understand how perfectly aligned it was, how beautiful it was, that it had to go to that place. There's something that's going to ring through. It had to be like that. It couldn't happen any other way. There was a certain breaking down that needed to happen of all the like opposing barriers to this, to actually be able to lay down this burden and see what's waiting on the other side. All right, let's do a cut of the deck here. Judgment. Judgment. Somebody is no longer full of pride. Somebody has sacrificed that. This brings in the story of the Monkey King, who got a little too big for his britches. He was really operating out of his ego, got himself in quite a bit of trouble, and ended up being exiled, you know, put in a prison in the mountains, man, and really wanted to find mercy, like pleaded his case. And Kuan Yin went up to see him, and she made a deal with him. She's like, okay, you know, you got another shot, but I'm going to put this golden ring around your head. And every time you have a thought where you start to head into that territory again, this ring's going to tighten. It's going to cause you a lot of pain. So you remember the power of your thoughts and the way they weave worlds into being. And you hold this power responsibly. And you hold this power with wise judgment. Sagittarian energy coming in here. And on the other side, there's that 9 of coins, you see. Wealth of experience, the true gold. The true gold. To know how to hold the power wisely. So much grows when we hold the power wisely, right? Yes, indeed. Hierophant after that. Coming through the story of white buffalo, calf woman. She brings a lot of medicine about how to bring the people together, what's needed to bring the people together. This is a download that I've been meaning to bring in for a long time. Am I getting called out a little bit here? I'll be bringing this in soon. Maybe I'll bring it in with the Hunter's Moon. I want to do it justice because there's a lot of layers to it. A lot of layers to it. Okay. This is some good energy. I like seeing this. What else do I want to pull out here? Let's get one of these herbal astrology oracles. That feels right. Just kind of want to see if there's anything we should sort of like focus on, or anything we're being asked to do to support this process. It looks like it's all lining up, to be honest with you. There is something that you're sort of finally walking away from because you have the wisdom to do so now. And I don't know, I'm really getting this might be something that's more metaphorical. It's going to require some kind of action on your part. It's transformational. You might be walking away from anger, frustration, rage by actually setting something into action. And this might be happening with the Hunter's Moon, through some kind of communication. Got the energy of Mercury and Mars here. Again, Aries on the scene. Aries is presiding over that Hunter's Moon. Yes, this is when there's something that's brought to a state of completion, and whatever's brought to a state of completion, it brings success. It's the appropriate action that needs to be taken in this situation. It releases a lot of pent-up energy that might have been creating too much of a pressurized kind of state. Something is really transforming here. There's clarity. You might want to work with any of the quartz crystals, can be beneficial. Okay. This is seeing things as they are. This is also ready to finally shed the old identity, because there's a recognition that something about it has served its purpose. You're ready to take on a new form. Okay, so look for a big transformation point there. Fire elemental at the forefront. Work with fire. Work with your fire. Work with your actions. Work with your focus. Work with your drive. Work with your state of clarity as you follow through with this, whatever this is. It's a transformation point. And yes, quartz, clear quartz. in all its forms. You could even work with rutilated quartz. You could work with tourmalated quartz. Any of the clear quartz crystals can help with this clarity. There is something coming through here. It opens up the journey. You might be really expecting something to go south when actually it's heading north here. Yeah, it's like you've been in that Plutonian territory, so you're almost expecting another deep dive. It's actually the opposite. This tower is something that elevates you. It awakens a vision that you weren't expecting. It's a vision that brings you a lot of hope and promise for your future. And it's all beginning right here. There's something that moves you forward here. It is the cauldron of Dagda. It's good energy, man. Really good energy. There might be something that hints at this that comes in on the 16th, so pay attention to this. It's when the beloved comes into view. Again, a little magic weaving here. We have Raven there. We also have Venus coming in with Mercury. Communication, joining of forces. It courts you. The path courts you forward. First, you merge with the path within yourself. The aspects of yourself have to merge together. They call that the conjuncto, the masculine, the feminine. They come together within you. You're the perfect blend of openness, receptivity, giving over, and also taking charge, taking action, standing in your power, externalizing the energy. Then the avenue comes through for the creative force to manifest. It is an alchemical act. See, there is the waterway. It's pouring through you. It's laguz. After you take this action, after you merge here, so within, so without, the hope comes in the form of the Ten of Cups. We see that with the Ten of Cups. The rainbow that's hinted at here on the other side of this cleansing and healing, it manifests as the Ten of Cups. It's beautiful energy here. Gemini energy here. Libra energy here. Very strongly. Also Taurus energy coming in here. Aquarian energy as well. Dhammayana. It's a sensual flow. You'll know you're in the flow because it's a sensual flow. And that's when things are going to shift. There's not striving with this. There's just sort of like this real gentle giving over to the flow. And there's this gravitational pull. It pulls everything that's meant to align with you to you. You don't need to force this. There's no force with this. Okay, so you would be wise to retreat at this time. In the lead up to the new moon on the 21st, allow yourself to have spaces of retreat where you can really nourish yourself and you can tap into your wisdom, because that's where all your magic is here. There's absolutely something that's moving you forward here. It's got big Wheel of Fortune energy, Sagittarian energy. We also got Virgo energy here. Virgo's in the South Node. So this is the vehicle that is moving you into greater expansion, that facilitates you moving on up to your North Node. You're taking up that Hermit's journey. Yes, it's coming in with the Jupiter and the Sun energy. So there could be a Sagittarian Sun connected to this. There could be Pisces Sun that is connected to this. Also Leo energy associated with the Sun too. Cancerian energy as well, the place of belonging, the blessing of discovering where one belongs through retreating and understanding the wisdom of being led there rather than seeking to find it. What you want wants you. You already have a place of belonging here. You'll discover this. You'll see. It'll be quite a magical moment. Quite a magical moment. Okay. First, a bridge to cross. The bridge of acceptance. That's the way through. See, I think that's been a little bit of the difficult point, but it's what's needed to have the proper perspective, the vantage point at the top of the mountain where you can kind of rise above it all, where it's not so activating, where all the activation is actually coming through you and your new perspective of having a different kind of view of it, through acceptance, radical acceptance. Radical acceptance will allow you to spot details that you weren't able to see before. And just like the devil's in the details, or those tricky influences are in the details, the medicine, the cure for what ails you is also there too. So let the fresh air into your consciousness. Also let the fresh air in. This is a really interesting sort of liminal space we're in here. We're in the in-between space between summer and fall. It's not here yet. Equinox is not upon us yet. So, you know, open up your windows. Let those changing winds come into your home. Make sure that, you know, you're opening up the front door and the back door too when you do your cleansing. If you feel like doing a good smoke cleansing as you're doing this release work, as you're accepting, that might be really good to let that flow from north to south, you know, really come in. Make sure you're opening your north windows, your south windows, and pay attention to east and west too. Open it all up, man. Just let it have a clear passageway so you can keep the current of energy moving here. Clear out all the old stagnant energy. That can bring in a lot of clarity too. 44 coming through as a synchronicity. Something is going to manifest here in material reality. So right now it's just about kind of releasing the last bit of those sort of charged feelings and just sinking into acceptance of what rolled out back there and understanding that something new is spiraling in. At the heart center, also at Svadhisthana, the creative center, right there at the navel. So you're about to take an action. It's going to be quite powerful. It changes the landscape of your life, but it only is able to be facilitated on the other side of acceptance. This is really important with this. All right, what is the medicine for us? What is the medicine for us as we move through this territory that is leading us up to the new moon? Oh, wow. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to step up into a position of leadership. Leo energy coming in there with the lion, with the scales. We got Libra. With the vessel being poured out that leads to the waterway, we got Aquarius coming in here. And we got Uranus on the scene. This is like the transformation point. Star on the rise. There's something about this, like just like blazing a trail, like a shooting star. You might spot a shooting star that's letting you know this time is nigh, man. You're experiencing a deep form of psychic integration and healing. You've been able to see through certain deceptions, and you've been able to find your way through the dark by recovering your light source from within you. This is also very special, powerful magic that's weaving through your life. So you have to be very mindful of what you're spiraling into creation here. You have to be very much a master of your own energy, your own thoughts, your own impulses, your emotions, because you will see what you are focusing on internally externalized here. It will happen almost instantaneously. Your thoughts are a vehicle forward. Okay, we got moon energy coming in here, new moon energy coming in here, Cancerian energy coming in, Neptunian energy coming in. We also have this activation, you can see it here, the activation of the elven star drawing down into like that feminine. So this is working with all of the elementals and how you're expressing those elementals through the cycles and phases of your life, through your waxing and waning. Okay, so there is something you're going to bring to a culmination point with that hunter's moon. It's spiraling into creation. Mugwort, a lot of journeying energy here, a lot of magic making here. A lot of expansion. This is the vehicle forward. You're finally healing something that has been divided for a long time, that's actually separated you from a very special magic you hold. You're recovering this. It's the awakening of higher consciousness of the age of Aquarius coming in with the star energy here. Again, so much communicating, so much communication coming in with the new moon in Virgo. That's going to be a whole other portal of transformation. The new moon in Virgo coming in on the 21st of September has its mirror in the Libra new moon that comes in on the 21st of October. Okay, so this is a real potent passage of psychic healing integration that's occurring there and coming into a higher state of consciousness so you can truly step into leadership. You can really own your position in the North Node. Comes in through the synchronicity 33. This has been coming in so strongly. 33 is a huge indication of the Pathfinder on the scene, showing you the way to get to the top of the mountain where you can go through your next stargate. And what are you arriving at? The Master Maker. We got the teacher here. Okay? Now, the teacher is coming through on different levels for each of you. Some of you are stepping on a path of teaching. You're honing your skill. You're honing your craft. You're stepping onto a new spiritual path. You're embracing a new teaching. You're going out on a journey of discovery, going somewhere you've never been before, traveling in the world alone, getting lost in the world alone so you can recover the pure essence of your vision. You're taking your deepest wound on a walk and you're finding the way through along the way. There's something powerful happening here. There could be a person coming onto your path. They're acting as a catalyst. They're acting as a teacher. They are your mirror. They can come through as a lover. They can come through as a friend. They can come through as a family member that you're seeing in a way, interacting with in a way that you never have before, because something about the facade has fallen away and it's allowing you to connect on a level that never would have been possible if you hadn't went through what you went through back there, what you were bemoaning at one time, what was once your curse, what was once your bane is going to become your blessing. Mark my words. Mark my words. When you see how beautifully it aligns, when you see how beautiful the interconnectedness of it all is, you're going to feel so grateful for all of your experiences. It's like an ecstatic moment of release, but also finding so much in that space of letting it all go. It's so beautiful. This energy is really beautiful. You're moving out of the crossroads, Saturnian energy coming in with this. It's that activation of the teacher, the avatar. Eventually it will take you there, whether it's the path that's teaching you or somebody is acting as a guide. And a true teacher. A true teacher, they're not going to do the work for you. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're not going to tell you what to believe, but they will be there. They will be there to point a finger, to kind of help you with your orientation. They will be there to help you, find the breadcrumbs for the moments when you do get stuck and you need a little help to find your way through. But a teacher really shows up to empower you. So if in any way you're feeling disempowered, that's not the way. You'll be guided to the correct way. You will find the way through. Okay, we got Sagittarian energy coming in with psychic healing represented by Owl on the medicine wheel. And we have teacher coming through, the path of teaching, the Pathfinder coming through, Pisces coming through those karmic cycles that we've closed, having our blind spot lit up, understanding what needs to be healed, what needs to be mended, because really, just like healer, heal thyself, it's also teacher, teach thyself. We have something new to learn here that's indicated to recover the promise of the star. There is a need to activate higher consciousness here. Go to Kola, coming through the memory. The wound is the teacher. Arnica, the bruised places in us, the tender places in us. That's our teacher. For a lot of us, that's our teacher. And it becomes the thing that turns the wheel of fortune. We find ourselves, no, we have a different view. It's not rolling over us. We're at the top of the wheel. Once we allow the wound to teach us, it moves us out of the crossroads, moves us into our true position of leadership here because we rise above the challenges of the past. Really beautiful energy. Okay, let me do a cut of the deck. Oh, man. Well, I don't use this word, man. I don't use this word because this is not under duress. We're not giving over under duress here. This is not something that's forced. This is something that's flow. Here at BroadCoven, we never surrender. We're like Corey Hart, man. We never surrender, all right? But this is passion flower, okay? It's a very sumptuous energy. Ooh, look at that. There's 2 owls hanging out there. 2 great horned owls. Warrior energy, you know, knowing what to defend to the end, what is worthwhile here. Neptunian energy coming in with the moon, the new moon. This is a very like dreamscape kind of energy. Watch how it unfolds. You are drinking in the Amrita, you're drinking in the lunar essence. With that hunter's moon that comes in here, it is such a gentle giving over. You think hunter's moon, you think to master the hunt, that you need to do something with like some kind of force, right? That it can give that impression, but that's not the way, that's not the waterway. What creates the transformation of Gwian into Taliesin is cast into the sea. You got to get thrown into the cauldron of creation and then you get washed up on the shore anew. It's the energy of the cauldron of Dagda. This is what's coming through here. And you have to just give yourself over to it. Passion flower. Got a lot of nervines coming through, okay? You're meant to enter this real like sumptuous flow. There's nothing stressful about it, right? It's very sumptuous. So if you need to, go get yourself, you know, some passion flower tea. Or just grok the medicine of passion flowers. Study passion flower. If, you know, there's a reason why you can't take passion flower in because of certain prescriptions you take or, you know, anything like this, you should always check with whoever you've been working with as your healthcare practitioner. But you can always work with essences as well. And it won't be anything that'll have any kind of contraindication because it just sort of captures the spirit of that thing. You can make your own lunar essences. You might want to make a lunar essence with that full hunter's moon. It will support you as you move forward on your journey. I see that coming in with the number 7. It will support you moving forward into these blessings because we think blessings and we think, oh yeah, I'm so ready for it. But people don't often recognize the way they can block their blessings because of the magnitude of it. And we have to remember Jupiter's hanging out in the house of Cancer. In its exaltation, it's finally sort of warded off from interfering influences that can actually come into its truest, fullest expansion. It's a thing of beauty there. But you have to really be able to give over to it. And sometimes when you're moving into that kind of expansiveness of blessing, it can be very intimidating. Watch what happens when you see what you're being asked to receive here. Stillness. Stillness. As the final mask falls away, as the true nature is seen through your own eyes, through the reflection of what you see in the eyes of the other. This is growth on the other side of the Stargate. It's beautiful. Something very powerful is happening here. Scorpio medicine. You can sense it. You can feel it, but you can't control it. You have to give over to the cycle of creation. And that also involves deaths, letting go. It's Plutonian territory coming in with Saturn. If you allow yourself to flow with the transformation, there's a beautiful blessing on the other side of this. Should we see what the blessing is? Do we want a hint? Yeah, we do. Let's work with the slippery deck, because everything here is like so Neptunian. That can be like a little slippery energy. It takes a little bit of mastery to work with this energy. It's on the bottom of the deck here. I think you're up to the challenge though, Queen of Wands. You're going to use this power wisely, okay? Beautiful. Yes. All right, a lot of movement coming in here. A lot of messages coming in too. A lot coming in on the winds that will carry you forward, so tune in. Call those the witching winds. It's when you can like feel there's like a lot of creativity building in the ether, and now it's finding its way down into the air elemental, and it's ready to be activated through the wand, through the fire elemental, through focus, through drive, through ambition, through feeling a sense of purpose. You only get lit on fire like this when you're aligned with your purpose. So I feel like this is what is coming through here. Let's see what the alchemy point is. What's on the other side of this Stargate? What's the potential that's there? I mean, look at this. So the fixed is coming undone. It's an ecstatic moment of successfully completing a cycle. There's the way through here with the Two of Wands. Funny how that came in earlier, right? Maybe there's one in this equation that still needs to do this to find the way through. But with the World, there's successful completion. And as you're holding that wand, you're holding the whole world in your hands. Make no mistake about it. We've got all the fixed sign energies coming in here. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. There's still a lot of fear here. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a need to get out of the head and drop down deeper, okay? Earth the energy. Earth the energy. If I want to speak to this because I feel like it is coming through for somebody. If you feel like you're really activated and the expansion feels a lot to you, and maybe it's making you feel a little fearful or activated or anxious, seriously, just go outside and put your feet, your bare feet on the earth. It will help. Go sit with the tree. You need to bring the energy down and earth it. You need to rely on the elements to support you when you're moving into greater expansion, okay? And unplug from your devices a little bit, especially at night, okay? It's too activating, it's too stimulating, especially when you're in that place of heightened sensitivity with all the huge collective energy that's swirling about right now on a worldwide level. Yeah, look at this. We got King of Wands here, okay? We got masculine, we got feminine here, both holding their power. Like these energies are ready to come together to manifest something. Fire sign energies coming in real strongly here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? But there's a need to clear out this fear. And really all it takes is grounding out the energy, okay? Go out, touch grass. Go sit on the shore and give it over to the waves. Let the waves carry it away from you, okay? You can cast some lilies into the sea, white lilies, for purity, for purification. Also to symbolize honoring what you're releasing, right? Yes, this might be really good for you, King of Wands. if you're feeling a little bit in your head around this. This is the truth. Like the masculine needs to provide the way through, but right now the way through, which is the emotional flow, it's the waterway, right? The masculine's too caught up in the head, too worried, too stressed, feeling like they're in the dark because they're not feeling like they have control in this situation, that that's the sweet spot. Man, you have no control. It's always been that way. You have no control other than your own free will and the actions you take and how you focus your energy. Okay? You're able to do this. You got a sword of truth. You do. You got the answers you need. You hold this power in your hand too. You can cut through these illusions. That's all they are. They're just illusions. You don't need to take this on. Any more details about this? Any more details about this coming through? So you might be feeling like this mounting energy. It's because you're about to go through some huge transformation. I feel like the fire is really forward right now. It is. It's because it's at that merging point. This is like you're drawing down the energy for a new cycle of creation. So, you know, you pull it down from the ether. It's already coming in through the air. The inspiration's already coming in. The downloads are already coming in. The directive's already coming in. How to get to Ragnarok. How to get the chariot to Ragnarok. That's what this is, you know. And it may feel like there's a lot that's on your tail and you're worried that it's going to catch you up before you get to your place in the sun. You just got to keep going toward the light. Go to the light, Carol Ann. I guarantee you it's going to be your freedom. There's nothing to fear there, okay? This is your happiness. You're prepared for this. There's so much like fear, you know, there's so much wanting to stay in a safe place. It's blocking the expression. This is what needs to come to an end. The lack of investment in this, the lack of investment because of feeling insecurity, not having any guarantees, and living in the head, in the fear space. This is what needs to come to an end. And then you'll find it's just like clear passage through here. If this is given up, the safe spaces are given up, if there's an ability to build a bridge from the head to the heart, to drop in a little deeper and then find that merging point where you can really drop in and just trust, where you feel the flow and go that way, even if you don't know what you're going to find there. You just feel compelled. The force compels you. That's what this is. It's like the force taking over you. You will know. You don't need to worry about getting this wrong. I guarantee you. You will know when you hit that sweet spot. It will take over you. You will not be able to resist its sway. It will court you. It will take over you. Your purpose, once you align with it, it will take over you. You will feel inflamed, impassioned by it. And yes, this can be creative passion. This does not have to be about a love relationship. You can experience the same passionate activation through a path that you are called to step upon, a path of personal development. It will light you on fire. You will be forged in the fire. It's the master maker energy. That download is being activated here. This is what's coming through. You just need to ready yourself, steady yourself, let go, give it over. You're not in charge here. You're not. You're not in charge here, but this is the great work of creation that's activated through self-knowledge. And it is the way through. Levers coming in with the 8 of Pentacles. It's an alchemical act. The merging point within you and then so without. It's actually really beautiful. And this time has come. This time has come. It will be here soon. Let's do a cut of the deck to cap this off and close this out. Right now, just finding the balance, getting prepared. Gotta get my sea legs, man. But I have faith in you. Got an Ace of Pentacles here. Let's see. Dare we look? Dare we look? Are you brave of heart? Will you actually take the opportunity. Oh, there's so much pain. There's so much hurt. There's such a sense of loss. But look what's really there. If you go through the wound, that's where the light gets through. And the promise, it's already fulfilled. But first, you got to set yourself free from these stories you tell yourself and from the fears that keep you bound in this position. So you can get to this point of celebration here and healing and integration. It's disruptive, but it's needed. You see, what's being blown here, your top's coming off, like your mind's being blown, because what you believed about a situation is not true. You have some anticipation of heartache, loss, and what's there, what's truly there is the Ten of Cups. And it's only when you recognize that maybe I don't got it all right, maybe I don't have it all figured out, and I'm willing to risk heading out on that road on the new moon. I'm ready to start exploring. I'm ready to start seeing if there's something more than just the pain that I've become too accustomed to. And that's when you rise and shine. And you discover you got a judgment in your favor. And the call's going to come. And just like that Queen of Pentacles came in, here's the King of Pentacles. You see, it's finally ready to come into being. So this is powerful. It's a story of Emperor, Empress, two that are meant to align. It's quite a journey to get there. Right now, you're just meant to hang out until you get the call. You'll know when the call comes, it'll be undeniable. And there's absolutely something worth investing in here. It's beautiful. Do you believe in magic? If you don't now, you're about to become a believer.